up, Whitey Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Nerdigan vlog is going to be about my experience at Crunchyroll Expo, which was this past weekend, and it was freaking incredible. But before I get to it, a couple of things. One was prior to Crunchyroll Expo, I actually was part of a research study for Crunchyroll, and boy, did I give them some words about Crunchyroll Expo, because I went last year, and last year, yeah, it was bad because there was a lack of diversity in the series that were in the dealer hall. There was lack of manga panels, which really goddamn sucked, and boy, they must have listened to me, because it was completely different, and I actually felt like I belonged. Like last year, I'm not gonna lie, there were times where I kind of felt a little isolated, because and felt like the outsider, because there was mostly anime people there and they had no idea what I was talking about, but I actually got to talk to manga fans that knew what I was talking about, and oh, it just made my goddamn life. And yes, and I did tell the Crunchyroll people we need more manga artists and stuff, and I hope that Crunchyroll keeps this up. Next year, I want more. I want even more. We need Boichi next year. Seriously, we need Okubo and Boichi next year. That would be just amazing. But anyway, so without further ado, let's get to this. So here's the pass that I got, and yes, I'm going to be breaking down everything based over the the last 3 days of what happened. So that's how this is going to work. Before I forget, this is the pass that I got, and they did like a city theme, which was really cool. And then instead of giving out posters, which I'm sad that they didn't do that this year. It was very disappointing, because I was actually kind of looking forward to getting new posters, especially for some of the upcoming series. They only gave out these lanyards for Final Fantasy Bravious Exvius, or Brave Exvius, excuse my wordings, and I'm sad that we didn't get more posters like last year. But I will say something that I really did like this year was that instead of giving out like a different pamphlet every day, what they did was they gave us a newspaper, which I thought was extremely awesome, because it totally fit the city theme that we were going for. And it had the entire schedule in there, so like you could just like sit through and go through the schedule if you didn't have the app. And I'm telling you right now, bring battery packs with you to conventions, because they will save you. Or like in the case if your phone dies, this newspaper was very helpful. So let's start with what happened on Friday. Okay, so first thing I did on Friday was I went into Dealers Hall. That's the first thing I did, and of course I went into the Aniplex booth, and holy crap, Aniplex, your booth was way better this year than it was last year, because I got Cells at Work plushies. I got White Blood Cell, and I got Red Blood Cell, and they were $13 a pop. And I got these guys because I'm going to use them as props for when I cover Cells at Work Black manga. And I actually talked to the rep at Aniplex, and I said to them, first of all, I want Cancer Cell. I want a Cancer Cell plushie. And they said they're going to work on that. And the other thing is like, and she totally understood, because she read the person I talked to read Cells at Work Black as well. I'm like, when are we gonna get a Cells at Work Black adaptation? I just need it already. And she's like, yeah, I know, we need it. So hopefully one day we'll get it. And then I went to oh my god, where did I go after that? Did I go? Yeah, I walked around Dealers Hall, and oh my freaking god. So the dealer that I went to last year, and I think I bought, I bought my Mew plushie from last year, my big Mew plushie that you see that's going. He was back, and holy crap, his booth was way bigger this year, and my god, the variety of stuff he had was amazing. So what I got from that booth is going to blow your goddamn mind, because it's stuff that I've been looking on eBay for months. First of all, I found Emma. For those of you that did not watch my Haikyuu live reaction, you're seeing Kemma for the first time, or unless you ran into me at the convention over the past few days. I found my mini-me. I have been looking everywhere for a Kemma plushie, and I also, because the small plushies were 2 for $30, so not only did I get Kemma, but I got Misaki, which I have not been able to find, and I finally now have a plushie to cover Boruto manga with. I'm sad that there's no Kawaki plushie. It's because they haven't covered really, you know, adapted the manga, so that's why. So I was so happy about this one. Oh my freaking god! And then I walked around a little bit more, and I walked around with this guy. I met this plushie enthusiast, and it was nice to meet someone who loves plushies like I do, and who has a bad plushie addiction like I do. So after that, we were walking around, and I found this guy, this Mew, and I was just like, it is so cute, but I did not want to spend $30. And he gave it to me for 27, and it's a Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution Van Presto Mew, and I love it. And before I forget, there was another plushie I got from, or two more plushies I got from the same dealer. I'll show you in a second, but I got this Mew for like 27 bucks, and as soon as he gave me that discount, I was like, okay, I'll do it. But the other purchase, a couple of other purchases I got from that same dealer before I went to my first like panel was oh my god, I finally got a Nanachi from Made in Abyss. So now I have a prop for Made in Abyss, which is live reactions, which is really awesome because I love Nanachi anyway. And she was about 45 bucks, which isn't bad considering. And just look how cute she is. Look at the back. Look at the back. That's just adorable as hell. And then the final plushie I got, and I'm kind of mad that I got it the first day because, like, in hindsight, I could have gotten him for $5 cheaper. But this one has a really interesting story. So I got, and and a lot of you guys are gonna freak out. I know my hair is a little bit messy, but sorry, just bear with me. I found Norman from The Promised Neverland. I finally have a prop for The Promised Neverland. Holy crap. Like, it makes up for, and I spent 50 bucks on him. I could have gone for like 45. But the thing that was interesting was there was Ray and Emma plushies, right? And I would have rather, as much as I love Norman to an extent, I would have rather had a Ray plushie, but the Ray and Emma plushies were 80 bucks and Norman was like $20 cheaper. So I was like, you know what? I'll just get Norman. I'm never going to see, and I'm never going to see him. So I got Norman, and I know it's because he's dead in the anime. Sorry, anime onlys, you are getting spoiled. But yeah, look how cute he is, and he has like the little tattoo on his neck with his number on it, and I'm so happy to find him. Okay, so I got all that was basically all the shopping I got on day one. But and yes, there's more. There's more stuff that I bought. I know, but the first panel I went to, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my schedule, so I don't have, because I can't, my memory is not the best, is the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable live demo with character designer Terumi Nishi, and that was so freaking awesome. So I sat in the front, right? I'm sitting with all my stuff, and like everyone was like, oh my god, you got a Norman plushie? I was like, yeah. And they were asking, like, what characters do you guys want drawn? And I'm like, well, first of all, be more specific. What series? And as soon as the panel host said Saint Seiya, I'm like, please draw me Iki. Please draw me Phoenix Saint Iki. And she's like, yeah. And Terumi was so excited because she loves Iki as well, and the host did too. That really made my life. And I think it got a little wrinkled, but it didn't completely survive. It survived my back for the most part, but this is the sketch I got to keep. Look at my man. I finally got something Saint Seiya, and I didn't have to pay for it, which was awesome. Look at that. It is so freaking cool. As soon as I saw that, as soon as they said that I could keep it, because the people I was sitting next to, I'm like, I just want that Iki picture. I just want the Iki picture. Because I want the Iki picture so much that I didn't even give a fuck about the daily giveaway thing that was on the back. I mean, I was just so happy I got an Iki picture. I love Iki so much. For those of you that don't know or that don't follow my Saint Seiya content, yes, I love Iki. He is my husbando. I needed this. I needed Iki so goddamn bad. The next I didn't get to see Eric Stewart, which really sucked, but because he was at his panel was at the same time as Terumi's, but oh my god, it was worth it for me to get the Iki picture. It just was. The next one I went to after that was the Warner Japan panel. So the Warner Japan panel was really interesting, and we did get to see that Rohan JoJo OVA there too, which was really really good. I've read the manga and it's been a while since I read the manga, but from what I remember, because it was the first chapter, the writing was basically perfect. The art and animation was just like, oh, it was heaven. It was gorgeous. But then after that, I went to, oh my god, after that, it had to be like the best fucking panel of the day. It made my goddamn life. Was the Kodansha Comics Got Weird manga panel. And it was so awesome. Like, there was a series there that I have never heard of before, which is really good for me because that means more series to cover. And I had a really good conversation with Misaki, who was there, and she even gave me her card, and I hope she responds to my email because she's like one point she's like, you should run the panel, you should be running this panel. I was like, okay. So hopefully I get a job out of this because I would love to. If I could run manga panels, that would be like living the dream. Because I love it. And oh my god, there was a slick diss on Viz. She's like, we got Misaki. This is great what Misaki said. She's like, we got a diverse selection of manga, unlike a certain company that sticks to one genre. Cough cough. Viz. I was like, yes. It was amazing. Oh god, it was just great. Like. And there was one thing I did get from there because I did mention Eden Zero. I was like, what about Eden Zero? Like, I got where is it? Hold on a second. I don't know if you can see it because of the clip. I got this pin that was designed by Mashima Sensei himself, and it made me so happy. And, like, I could have gotten a free volume 1 of manga, but I was like, you know what? I don't need it. I read all my stuff digitally, but this is what I needed. I needed this from Mashima because I love Mashima. And it's to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Kodansha Comics, every month of 2019 we'll be releasing an exclusive pen every month, so be sure to collect them all. But I don't care. I'm just happy that it was dropped by Mashima. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and then the final panel I went to was actually really really interesting, and that was the oh, my hair is getting a little oof, was the talk with the Titan of English dubs, Mike McFarlane, and something that he was saying, and it definitely explains a lot with some of these English dubs, but I really appreciate like Mike McFarlane for going all out for this, and is basically before he takes over, he gets started with recording and all that stuff. He reads the source material, which made me happy. I was like, thank you. And he tries to watch the anime adaptation as well, as if it's already out. And you could tell with some of the when they listed off some of the dubs that Mike McFarlane's been the director of, voice director of, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And something that was really interesting that he said about the Attack on Titan anime is that the narrator is supposed to be an older Armin, which I was like, wait a minute, is this just for like an anime only thing, or was this confirmed by the mangaka? Like, I didn't get the chance to ask him that. And the other thing I didn't get the chance to ask him, and I even asked him on Twitter, and I still haven't gotten an answer to this, is because for those of you that don't know, that day was when the Funimation leaks happened, which is basically what that was, for those of you that don't know, and nobody talked about it. Like, I brought it up, and like people were like, yeah, well, I kind of heard about it, but didn't know too much about it. Basically, it was leaked on Friday. Recordings from Christopher Sabat and Sean Schemmel. If there was another character, please, or another voice actor that I'm missing, please tell me in the comment section. But they were caught recording. They recorded like pedophilic / homoerotic scenes in their Dragon Ball voices, and yeah, it's very hypocritical. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, Friday, like by the time I left on Friday, first of all, I was goddamn exhausted, and second of all, I was just like, this was the best day ever. How is this day? How is this? This has got to be a sign that how fucking amazing this this expo is going to be. So let me talk about Saturday, because that was really it for Friday. So Saturday, oh my god, where did I go first? Oh, Saturday, the first thing I did was went to the Crunchyroll industry panel, which was good, because there was some really good. There wasn't like any like big sneak peeks that we got like last year, and also like video. Well, we got a video message from like Justin Wong, but I didn't give a fuck about. Or that was at the Warner Japan panel. But here we got the Crunchyroll industry panel. And it was okay. It wasn't as good as I would say last year was better, because this year they really focused on the games more than anything. That's what I noticed. I was like, okay, you guys are focusing on games, but like, what about the manga aspect? Because like no one knows that Crunchyroll actually, and I didn't really know this either until it was mentioned at the Kodansha panel, which was that Kodansha actually works with Crunchyroll and does simulpubs. The Kodansha manga simulpubs are out on Crunchyroll, and I'm just like, really? I didn't know that. Like, no one's really said anything about that, and I'm kind of disappointed that Crunchyroll at the industry panel, it wasn't really, mentioned at all either. So the next thing I went to was it was a god tier panel, and it was definitely worth waiting for, which was the Shokugeki no Soma special panel. Oh my freaking god. Oh my god, it was amazing. So, I got to talk about Shokugeki no Soma manga with a lot of people, which really made me happy, and I'm glad I got a lot of opinions. But something that was awesome was we found out, and it was talked about at the manga panel as well, is that it was all Saki Sensei's idea, aka the manga artist. It was his idea, and then he picked Yudo to write the story. And afterwards, I tried to get my little Takumi signed, and they said they would sign it, the next day because they had to clear the panel. And I said it was hard because Saki Sensei really wanted to sign it for me. He was about to sign it for me, and they said no, you have to go. I was like, no, but I did say to Saki Sensei, I said thank you so much for your beautiful art, and I've been covering the manga on my channel for a really, really long time, and please keep doing what you're doing. And he shook my hand and he said thank you so much, and that just like made my life. Oh my god, it made my goddamn life. Then unfortunately I was gonna go to the Kevin Penkin panel, but I didn't get to because it was really, really full by the time I got there, and I was just like, fuck it, this ain't worth it. So I'm trying to remember what I did, and I didn't go to the Chihaya Furu premiere because there was another panel I wanted to go to instead. I wanted to go to the Wit Studio Creative Perspective with President CEO George Wada, which was really, really interesting. I'm not gonna lie. But before I did that, something that they did mention at the Crunchyroll panel was, where are they? Where did my bags go? They were giving out free bags every day, and I got 2 of them. Luckily, I did. It was amazing. And I will show you all 3 of them like a little bit later, because one of them I actually, one of them I got the next day, and one of the ones I got on the second day, I actually got signed on the 3rd day. So be patient. But also something that I totally forgot, we were giving out, we got High Score Girl posters, and I'm gonna say this right now, the art and animation looks a lot better for season 2, so here's hoping the writing's gonna be good. The other thing that they were giving these out at the game, one of the games booths, so I could be a Naruto or Boruto. They had a Boruto one too, and I think I grabbed it. Didn't I? Hold on a second. Yes, I did. It might have not survived my bag, but I got a Boruto one as well for Ninja Tribes. There was also, where else did I get? Oh yeah, at the Crunchyroll, one of the Crunchyroll booths, there was the Dr. Stone hair, yes, and I kind of got all messed up in my bag, but yes, it's the same Dr. Stone hair that was at Anime Expo, and they did have like stone statues, and for Black Clover, what I thought was really cool, I didn't do it because I was just like, man, my camera goddamn sucks, and I don't have anyone with me to take my picture anyway, so screw it. They had you could hold the anti-magic sword and wear the robes and stuff like that, so they did that. But when it came to Black Clover stuff, I couldn't find squat. Well, there was maybe a couple of shirts I could get, but I don't buy shirts from Crunchyroll Expo. They're way too expensive. I've learned my lesson on that. I'm patient, even though they did have Hakume and Mikochi, which would have been really nice. But some, oh, here's the other one that they gave us at Warner Japan, and I was so happy that I got this one because look, it has my little Kuka Senpai on there. I love Kuka Senpai. I love Kuka Senpai. And well, and before I forget, we did watch this part of episode 1 of season 4, and holy crap, does it look beautiful! Oh my god, the art and animation look gorgeous. Hopefully we're not being deceived. They're not being deceived. But something that happened, and this was at the wait a minute, because I went to after the wit. It was I'll talk about the wit one in a second, but someone was telling me at the Aniplex panel, and I fucking, pardon my language, I knew it. I knew this shit. You guys knew I knew this shit. Like, but I guess the anime staff force shipped Megumi and Soma in season 1, and that's why we get those forced Megumi moments that aren't supposed to be there. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, so at the George Wada panel, it was really interesting, especially I got definitely a question of mine answered about Ancient Magus Bride, which was basically they did the anime original ending because they want to, when they create a series, they want to have an ending, and I'm like thinking, wait a second, I kind of buy your argument, because I'm an Ancient Magus Bride manga reader, for those of you that don't know. I kind of buy it just a little bit, but at the same time it's like, dude, you could have slowed down the pacing. You could have kept all the lore and ended like and done an ending at a different spot. You didn't have to rush through all this content. It was ridiculous. So like that's why I'm just like. And the other thing that kind of frustrated me that he said, and I bitched at people about it afterwards, was he was saying that Vinland Saga is basically the equivalent of Game of Thrones. I'm like, wait, have you not read Kingdom? Kingdom is Game of Thrones. If you want to know what the manga / anime equivalent for of Game of Thrones is, that is Kingdom. Kingdom is Game of Thrones. And I wanted to ask, because something that George Wada said was when oh, by the way, this also is very, very sad. George Wada said that he's going to try and send all the action anime adaptations to Studio Mappa. I'm like, no. Oh, because I hate Mappa's writing. Mappa's writing is just awful. Oh my freaking god. And people agreed with me. I was like, oh, thank god. But I forgot to ask George Wada. I didn't get the chance to, unfortunately. Was if he, since he, something he said was like he likes to focus on series that have big fan bases. I'm like, hello, get the rights to Kingdom, please. We need Kingdom adapted, goddammit. We need a good Kingdom adaptation. That would be really goddamn nice. But I didn't get the chance to ask him that. But there was one other thing that happened that I totally forgot to mention as something that I did get while I was waiting for the George Wada panel, which was I got my first Pokemon Center plushie. I couldn't find any Umbreon, and I wanted to at least get an Espeon, and I found him at the Pokemon Center booth, and I was like, you know what? I've never gotten a Pokemon Center plushie before. I need one, so I got him. I did. And my little Espeon is adorable. I need to get a new Umbreon plushie, like really, 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 really bad. But Espeon's like my favorite evolution, so I was just really happy to have that one. So then I went to the Aniplex booth, or not Aniplex booth, Aniplex panel, which was actually really, really good. And they gave us these free bags there, and they also, in these bags, in each bag, they came with an anime calendar, which was really goddamn cool. And like it starts, where's the calendar starts? It goes from July 2019 to July 2020. Because when I got home, my man was like, "Isn't it kind of late for a calendar?" I'm like, "No. It started in July 2019 and it goes to July 2020." And I fucking love it. I love this calendar. I really do. And we got to hear the Cells at Work English dub opening, which was really actually it sounded pretty good. And I will give props where I will give credit where credit is due. It does sound really good. And something I will say, because I know you guys would be like, "What about Kimetsu no Yaiba?" Yeah, there was tons of Kimetsu no Yaiba cosplay. That actually made me happy to see that. Even like Cheeto the Duck cosplayed as Tanjiro, but and they didn't have that much Kimetsu no Yaiba merch, which was kind of disappointing. They did have some, but not what I was looking for. And they did not have it. They had like no Inosuke stuff. I was like, and there were quintessential quintuplet like prints, I guess, that I just needed to look a little hard. I think I saw, but like when I really thought about it, is like I just want a Yotsuba one, and they didn't have that. And I'll wait until next year. Next year I'll get my Yotsuba stuff. Yeah, and maybe I'll even cosplay as Yotsuba next year. I was thinking about cosplaying as Yotsuba this year, but I was like, meh, maybe I'll do it next year. It's either that or Gabimara the Hollow from Hell's Paradise Shigakuraku. That's what I'm thinking, cosplaying wise. I think that was, and after Aniplex, I think that was the last one I went to that day. Was there? Oh, okay. I got to talk about the Masquerade. All right, so the Masquerade, which I went to La Victoria. If you ever go to San Jose, go to La Victoria for Mexican food. It is amazing, best freaking Mexican food ever. So I got my Mexican food, came back, and I met these guys while we were waiting in line for the Masquerade, and they were manga readers. And I had a really, really good conversation with his name was Andrew, with Andrew about like various manga and like Solo Level, and he also read the Korean stuff too, and he was like, you should read Solo Leveling. I'm like, okay, after I catch up with all my Japanese stuff, I'll do the Korean stuff, especially if you guys want me to, because I'll do it again, because I tried to, and I was like, it's not working for me, because I kept getting fucking up because the style, excuse me, it reads from left to right, and it just drives me nuts sometimes. But yeah, so we went to the Masquerade, and God. Okay, here's the thing with the Masquerade. It was better this year, because last year the Masquerade was like, even though the guest judges were fucking awesome, they deserve better. But oh my God, it got a little SJW/PC up in there, because one of the judges' profile, and there was a really kick-ass Narazia cosplay, which made my life. They said that in their profile that they want to take down capitalist oppression, and no one clapped. I was like, thank God for this community. This community doesn't give a shit about that. We don't care. We don't care about that crap. We don't want that crap here. We came here to escape that crap. So knock it off, God damn it. Sorry, my hair was bugging me. And then like so there were multiple categories. So there was villains, there was idols, there was heroes, there was gaming, there was classic anime, and there was current anime. So for the villains, there was only one person there, and at that point, it's just like, you might as well cut that category out and just put, because it was Mordred, you might as well put Mordred in like current anime or classic anime. Like, it just ugh. And then the heroes one, it was mostly, Boku no Hero Academia cosplay, and then there was a comic book character that I've never heard of before, and then there was V from League of Legends, and like the guy and Andrew and I are looking at each other like, wait a minute, why isn't this one in gaming? That one should be in gaming. What the shit? And I gotta say this about like a couple of the Boku no Hero Academia ones, which was the Aizawa and Froppy one. They were actually a married couple, and it was because Johnny asked the Froppy cosplayer. She's like, "Why did you dress up as Froppy?" And she's like, "Well, that's because she's my husband's waifu." And he said, and then Johnny asked, where's your husband at? And she pointed to the Aizawa cosplay next to her, and that was it. And then, oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. And when he asked him, like, why did you ask your wife to cosplay as Froppy? Or no, not as cosplay as Froppy. Oh my God, worries. Why is Froppy your waifu? And he said, because she looks like my wife. It's like, oh my god, it was amazing. And then he was asked, oh, what was it? He's like, why'd you dress up as Aizawa? And he's like, that's because that's my wife's husband. I was like, oh, everyone like flipped the fuck out. It was just amazing. um, and also for the idol category, there was like no, there was only one person there. So at that point, I was just like, dude, you should have just cut that shit out. And then what was the other? Okay, so for the gaming ones, I gotta say, were really, really, really good. Andrew and I were looking at you like, holy shit, it's gonna be hard to choose one, but there was definitely some snubs, especially in the awards. For the classic anime, there was like a kick-ass berserker armor one, which was a gorgeous. Oh my god! And we also like even in some of the current classic anime, there was even the JoJo Part 6 cosplayers there, and including a Joy Lee one, and I was like, okay, I can deal with that because I can accept that because JoJo is a classic series, so that's fine. Part 6, because the Part 6 manga is very very old, so it's okay, it's all good. And then the current anime, there was a really kick-ass Main Abyss cosplay, which just was like, oh, it made my life. Oh, it was awesome. But there was a thing that really, really bothered me, and this is where it got really a little PC for me. So a couple of the cosplayers came out. One of them was dressed as Uranus, like in a princess gown and all that shit in the classic anime, and she said that she was transgender, and like everyone's like, we don't give a fuck about that. Like, no one said it, but like we all thought it. We're just like, we don't care. And like, if she wins the classic anime panel or a classic anime category, we know that this is like total PC crap. This is total PC-ness going on. And then the Rimuru, there was a Rimuru cosplay that basically came out as non-binary, and again, everyone's like, like the majority of people were just like, we don't give a fuck. Why are you saying this? We don't care. Just we don't care about that crap. I'm sorry. Like I'm not, because as a bisexual woman, I will say this: I don't care if you are bi. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're trans. I don't care if you are non-binary. This ain't the time for this shit. No, just well, in the case of Rimuru, I kind of understood a little bit because Rimuru is a genderless character, so it's like, okay, that's okay. But like, oh, that Uranus one, like, it was just like, what the fuck? Okay, but for the placement though, I was there was this really kick-ass DJ cosplayer from a video game, and she didn't place at all, which really kind of pissed me off. I was like, really? She got snubbed? The person who won Best in Show was Cardcaptor Sakura cosplay, which I will, to play devil's advocate, it was a really nice one, but at the same time, it was just like, really? You picked that over the Berserker armor or the DJ booth that actually played music? Like, really? Ah. And then there was this queen from Gears of War. That cosplay was kick ass, and that one placed third. But yeah, the Uranus one placed the classic anime one. I was like, yeah, that's some PC shit going on up in there. But and then, oh my god, the bus ride back really sucked. My dad really saved my ass because I didn't drive, which I now regretting, and next year I'm driving, so I don't have to deal with public transportation. I fucking hate public transportation. But yeah, I didn't get home until like after midnight, and I was really goddamn tired, so I slept for like a few hours. And same with like the night before. Well, the night before I got home a little earlier, but I was really tired, so I slept for a few hours and then got up and did what I needed to do. And that's why content was late and all that shit. But the final day, oh my god! So the final day, I did my last minute shopping stuff, and I was gonna go to like a couple of the panels that were earlier, in the morning. But I was like, nah, I don't need to go. I saw the line. I saw the lines, and I was like, meh, I don't need it. But I did buy a few things on the last day. First of all, speaking of Cardcaptor Sakura, I finally got Cardcaptor Sakura plushie. He's adorable, isn't he? Oh, he's so cute. As soon as I saw it, I was like, and like the medium-sized plushies were like 2 for $45, so I was like, okay, I'm definitely getting this one. I almost got a Sakura plushie because I don't have any female plushies at all, but like look at this though. He's he's so cute. And then the other one I got from that booth was, I was eyeing it all con. I got a Leafeon, which I don't. This is like one of the only evolutions I don't have that I really really love, and I got him. And then I wasn't gonna get this one at all. I really wasn't until the guy told me, he's like, because this is like a plushie you would find for maybe like $40 on eBay, and the going price was $30, but like the guy was trying to get rid of all his stuff, so he charged me $25 for it, and it was this guy. Yeah, it's my Mew plushie. I haven't taken him out of the plastic yet because I will when I put him up in my stuff, but he was just adorable. Look at that. Like, look at the cuteness. And he was my favorite Pokemon, so I couldn't resist. I really, 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 really couldn't. And then, oh yeah, I will, there's something you should see, even though you guys know, where the fuck did I put it? Oh, here it is. So I went to the Food Wars panel. First of all, there was this kid, if you haven't seen him on Twitter, the Crunchyroll posted it. So there's this guy in a full-on Soma cosplay, and he had his cart and like had like a plushie Mii and a plushie octopus. It was so fucking cool. And I actually got Pocky from him, but he actually had the squid and the peanut butter, like real squid and peanut butter, and like someone actually tried it, and he actually said it was good. But Yudo actually came up and he took a picture with him, which was really cool to see. And we tried to get him to try the peanut butter and squid, and he wouldn't do it. I was like, no, just tried it, you know. But the manga panel was really really good, and apparently, and this like based on what we saw in La Dessert, it totally makes sense. So like one of the arcs that they were planning was like a world tournament arc, which would have been so freaking cool. You could totally see that they were going to plan at least that arc there. It would have been amazing. But from what I understand, like the food consultant that works on Shokugeki no Soma, she went on maternity leave, and that was part of the problem, and that really freaking sucks. But I did. You guys know about my Takumi. I got him signed by Suna and Saki Sensei because they promised. And like the thing that really goddamn sucks is that they first of all, they promised me, the same person I talked to like promised me that I would have to wait after the panel for them to sign it, and then she changed her mind on me. I was like, but they promised me. And then I waited outside, the room, because they had to clear the room, and then I was like, they were like, you have to go to the autograph tables. I'm like, well, I can't because they're sold out. And they felt really bad, and they signed Takumi for me, and they were like, this is the only time we're gonna do it. So yeah, look at that. A good moment. It really was. And then I think I only went to one more panel after that. Yeah, okay, so now I can show you the bags I got. So I missed the Rimuru one that was given out on the first day. But the second day they gave out this little dimple one, which was adorable. And then I got I went to, and I'm curious if one of the people that are writing this signed this bag is watching. If he is, you know who you are. I got a Dr. Stone bag, and I got it signed by oh my gosh, this was at the Dr. Stone panel, because I sat next to them with Yuki and the music director, who's freaking awesome. They signed it for me, and I had a really good. And okay, I gotta tell you this about the Dr. Stone music, which really made my life. Basically, it was said that how they base the music on how they pictured it sounding like it when they read the manga. I was like, oh, thank you. And also we had DJ Yuki going up there. It's fucking cool. He was beatboxing. It was amazing. And I told the producer, I was like, dude, please tell the people to like step up the energy on the art and animation, because it's not capturing Boichi's art. And I think he agreed with me too for the most part. And he follows me on Twitter now, and he said that he liked my Kemba cosplay, and that just like made my life. But but yeah, after that, I went and saw some of the other cosplay at the cosplay meetup, and then I realized, you know what, I probably better head home because my man's was like flipping out. So yeah, I went home after that. I didn't get home until like 9 o'clock, but because I had to stop at my dad's first to go get like all my stuff, and then he drove. Luckily, I didn't have to take Caltrain to Bart. He drove me to Bart, and I got on Bart, and Bart was a pain in the ass. And my man's picked me up in Orinda, so he got to see me sooner, which was really really cool too. But overall, with Crunchyroll Expo as a whole, I think I covered everything that happened at Crunchyroll Expo. Yeah. So as a whole, I gotta say this year Crunchyroll Expo was a million times better than it was last year, because last year there was like no manga panels. It was extremely overbooked, and panels were overbooked, and Dealers Hall was definitely better. This year, I'm so freaking happy. I'm really really goddamn happy with Dealers Hall, especially because I mean I found a Kemma plushie, which I've been looking. You guys have that followed me long enough known for years, and I actually got to talk with people about manga. This was like what I was hoping my con experience was going to be like last year, and it. I'm much better. Crunchyroll. I can't wait for next year. It's gonna be hopefully even better. Hopefully we get more manga artists there. Like I'd love to see Okubo. I didn't get to see Junji, but like that didn't really matter as much to me as like seeing like the one that I really wanted to see the most and get my autograph my stuff was obviously and Psyche, which I did. It was amazing. I got a little picture of Soa Takui's head. It was amazing as hell. And no, I will not sell him. I worked my butt off to get him. Anyway, I'm very curious what if you guys went to Crunchyroll Expo. I'd love to know your experience at in the comment section below, especially if I ran into you. If I ran into you, like say hi, because that would be pretty cool. But if you have any other questions that you want me to answer, I will in the comment section below. And make sure you remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more content, there are a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something on my Amazon wishlist, all is in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, find me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.